Once you've matured, you realize science is more powerful than proving a point. Author unknown. Today, I want to invite you into a space that many people avoid. It's not flashy. It's not loud. It's not even popular. But it is powerful. It's called silence. And within it lies a force that can realign your life, strengthen your mind, and help you hear the voice of your soul again. We live in a world that glorifies noise. From the moment we wake up to the moment we fall asleep, we are surrounded by it. Notifications, headlines, opinions, endless updates. And the louder the world gets, the harder it becomes to hear ourselves think, let alone feel. But let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly sat in silence? No phone, no distractions, no external voices. Just you, your breath, and your thoughts. Most people are afraid of silence because they're afraid of what they'll hear. Silence doesn't just quiet the outside world. It amplifies your inner world. It brings to the surface the things you've buried, the truth you've avoided, and the wisdom you've forgotten. Yet this is where healing begins, in silence. The real work gets done. Not in the chaos, not in the approval of the crowd, not in the noise of the hustle, but in the stillness of your own presence. Silence is not weakness. It is not lack of action. Silence is strategy. It is strength under control. It is the pause that prepares the next move. Think about it. Before a lion pounces, it crouches. Before a storm unleashes its power, the air is still. There is power in restraint. There is clarity in stillness. There is mastery in knowing when to speak and when not to. Some of the most transformational decisions of your life will come to you in a frenzy. It will arrive quietly, gently, like a whisper in the silence. But you have to be still enough to hear them. If you're constantly filling every moment with noise, you will drown out your own intuition. And when you lose connection with yourself, you start relying on others to tell you who you are, what you should do, and where you should go. But silence teaches you to come home to yourself. It teaches you how to trust your gut, how to process your emotions, how to sit with your pain without needing to numb it. In silence, your soul gets a chance to breathe. Some of the most powerful people in the world are the ones who know how to retreat, reflect, and recalibrate. They don't need to react to everything. They don't need to respond to every attack. They understand the strength of holding their peace while the storm rages around them. Because silence is not passive, it is preparation. It's in the silence that you form your vision. It's in the silence that you hear divine instruction. It's in the silence that you remember who you were before the world told you who to be. So many people are afraid of silence because they associate it with loneliness. But solitude is not loneliness. Solitude is sacred. Solitude is space for self-discovery. You don't find purpose in a crowd. You find purpose in quiet moments of honesty. You don't find direction by asking everyone else what you should do. You find it by asking yourself and listening. Silence is where confidence is built. Not the performance kind of confidence, but the deep, unshakable kind. The kind that comes from knowing who you are even when nobody's watching. There will be seasons in your life where silence will be your best weapon. Not arguing, not explaining, just silence. Sometimes your silence will speak louder than any statement you could ever make. It says, I don't need to prove anything. I know my worth. When people misunderstand you, when you're falsely accused, when you're underestimated, you don't always need to clap back. Sometimes the most powerful response is no response. Let your growth do the talking. Silence protects your energy. It keeps you from wasting your power on battles that don't serve you. When you speak from silence, your words carry weight because they're not reactive. They're intentional. They come from a place of clarity, not confusion. We must learn to cultivate silence in our daily lives. Even just 10 minutes of quiet reflection in the morning can set the tone for your entire day. It can ground you, guide you, and guard you from the chaos. In silence, you remember what actually matters. You realize that so many of the things that stress you out are distractions. You stop chasing validation and start seeking alignment. And alignment changes everything. When you're aligned, you don't need external noise to feel alive. You find power in presence. See, that's the irony. The quieter you become, the more you hear. The stiller you are, the more direction you receive. There's a reason why spiritual leaders, creators, and innovators often talk about solitude. It's where they assess their truest selves. Not the self that's performing, the self that's aligned, rooted, and deeply aware. And here's the truth. If you don't make time for silence, life will force it on you. Through burnout, through heartbreak, through breakdowns. But what if you didn't wait for silence to be forced? What if you chose it intentionally? What if silence wasn't your last resort, but your first response? When life gets loud, don't just turn up your volume to compete. Pull back. Go inward. Reconnect. Because when you return from silence, you come back sharper, calmer, clearer. You come back with direction. You don't owe everyone an explanation. You don't need to defend every move. Sometimes you just need to get quiet, stay grounded, and move in purpose. So today I challenge you to embrace the power of silence. Create space. Listen to your own soul. Stop reacting. Start reflecting. Silence is not the absence of noise. It's the presence of power. Let it guide you. Let it strengthen you. Let it transform you. Because in the silence, you will remember what you were always meant to be. You got this. Peace and blessings. Dr. O.